You know, I love thinking about the past, and I have fond memories of where I've been. One of the things I'm just going to show you because this is a lobster roll, and I have fond memories, and I love the idea of remembering all the things that were important to me as I was growing up and memories that I shared with other people. And when I think of home, or even if I go home, or the idea, whenever I see this, and for those of you who don't know, looking at it good, this is a Connecticut lobster roll. And I think of home, I think of two things. I think of the memories of this lobster roll and where I was and sitting by the water and sharing everything with my friends and family and just dining out and the deliciousness of, excuse me, I gotta take a bite, of the butter and juiciness of the roll. It always brings back to sitting on Long Island Sound, watching the people play on the beach or walking along the shores. It just gives me such a fond, wonderful memory of my life and where I want to go and appreciate where I've been. I mean, I guess everybody has idea of memories and memories that trigger positiveness, that puts a smile on your face. Again, one to me is this lobster roll. I don't really want to show a whole lot of me eating, but you know, when I think of this, I think of the seashore. I think of my friends. I think of my family. The only other thing that kind of could bring back some of the same memory is this wonderful lobster roll. It's just, the lobster is just falling out. Is pizza. But I'm going to save my pizza thing for another day. Today I'm just going to focus on the idea of memories, reflecting, and what brings a smile on your face and help you appreciate where you're going and where you've been. I can't remember me or my life without the idea of a lobster roll. I know it wasn't always there. I don't think I ate a lobster roll in kindergarten, but when I think about it, and then whenever I see it, I even have a friend that now has a lobster roll business. She does it down in Virginia Beach, where she does this for a living. Shout out to Seafood and Eat It. But this is something that everybody kind of needs to go back and reflect on it and think about the joy that you had when you were in that moment. Think about the smiles, and also think about how blessed you were to be able to enjoy these moments, because everybody has something that's reflective of where they've been and what they're going, and you got to treasure that particular thing or what it was that you had for that moment. Makes me think of high school, college. Even now, whenever I think about going home and traveling, or we talk about a friend, we talk about, how about that lobster roll? Which lobster roll do you like better? You like the Connecticut lobster roll or the Maine lobster roll? Reflecting, Connecticut lobster roll is always the one that's dripping in butter. Anytime you see somebody that's giving you a lobster roll, and they say it's a lobster roll and it's not in the split top bun, split top, and it's not dripping with butter, sometimes excessively, not this one, but it's not a Connecticut lobster roll. Maine lobster rolls are good. I like them, but that's not home to me. Home is the butter dripping from your fingers, a bigger smile. I can almost smell the seashore of the Long Island Sound, hear the lapping of the waves, and enjoying the deliciousness of lobster. Look at just this part of the lobster. Fell out the roll, but I know we always talk about treasured in the moment. I think sometimes to treasure the present and your future, you got to know what your past is. You got to all that you've been through to really appreciate it. I think that brings a smile on my face is when I introduce people to the Connecticut lobster roll. It's not well talked about. I remember we had went to a festival in Annapolis, me and one of my friends, and they had lobster roll. And they had the main lobster roll and the Connecticut lobster roll. And I had to share the difference between and what brings out the flavor of whether it's a warm roll like the Connecticut roll or whether it's a cold one. But it gave me great joy to be able to share that with a friend of mine. And let her understand why Connecticut rolls are so much different from the main rolls, and the difference between the hot roll and the cold roll, or as they say, the lobster salad, because the cold one is usually a lobster salad. But I share this because as I sit here and eat this, probably it just says you shouldn't eat in public, but eat, I think that how blessed I am and how fortunate I am to have this time and really to have pleasure in the savoriness of a simple lobster roll. Well, I shouldn't say simple because lobster rolls surely are it's simple in making. Butter, lobster, sauteed in butter. Make sure the roll is sauteed in butter. But if you haven't checked the price of lobster, it's somewhat expensive. But it's not something you have every day. You indulge in it. You savor the flavors of what's special in your life. And sometimes special needs to be more special. It needs to be something that doesn't have to be every day, but you really appreciate special more often because your life is always special. Every day is special. Every moment is special. So one of the ways in which I appreciate these special moments is to treat myself more often. I mean, what I may have had a lobster roll every once in a while. Now, whenever I feel like a lobster roll, I get one. I don't know if you check the price of lobster rolls, but, you know, they're a little pricey, but why not make it at home? Why not experiment? And try to make one. I mean, this particular lobster roll I'm eating now, Costco sold a kit of lobster rolls. You get 4 of them, I think, for $40. I'm not sure what the price was. Somebody purchased it for me. To take it and you make your own lobster roll when you experiment, and you can have it your way. So it was a simple pleasure. It really wasn't that expensive because if I go on to some other one, a lobster roll of this size and this caliber, all my meat, and it would have cost me a whole lot more, maybe almost up to $30. But as I sit here in my kitchen, having my lunch or brunch or whatever time you want to say, savoring my lobster roll, reflecting back on the Connecticut shore, thinking about all my friends, thinking about when I'm going home again and whether I would have a lobster roll or maybe I'll have pizza or whatever it is. I just have just joy. And you got to appreciate and know what gives you joy. And it could be little simple things. Now, all my joy is not around food. Good majority of it is. But you need to bring joy and know what brings joy in your life and know what motivates you to really have pleasure and take each day, whether it's a lobster roll or scented candles or people around you. What is it going to be that's going to make you happy and smile? And make you not necessarily jump for joy, but just really appreciate life. So all I say is please like and subscribe, comment anything else. Love bringing content to people who just enjoy life, who want to live it, want to appreciate it, and want to reach out to different things. Thank you. And again, like and subscribe.